much it.
Yeah.
That's all we have time for. Yeah. And talks about everything, right?
Yeah, I think we touched on everything.
Yeah.
One team is fighting to secure first place overall in the National Lacrosse League East Division. The other is battling for their very playoff lives. But you can throw a lot of that out when it's the Toronto Rock and the Buffalo Bandits, one of the great rivalries in the National Lacrosse League. We'll have it here for you on Fox Sports Go right after this. Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to the Air Canada Centre. The players are taking the floor for Rock versus Bandits tonight. One of the great rivalries, like I said. I am Stephen Stamp, bringing you play-by-play. I have Patty Gregoire with me tonight. Shout out to Andy McNamara. His voice just did not hold out. He couldn't make it tonight. We're going to jump right into Stamper's Edge for tonight. I'm kind of guiding the ship, but Patty's going to jump in too. In goal, as we always start, Anthony Cosmo has a 783 save percentage. Nick Rose, 784. They're both playing great. We're talking second and fourth in save percentage in a tightly backed bunch group of goalies. I've got it even, Patty.
You know what? I think it's pretty close to being even. I would maybe give Cosmo a little bit of an edge here. He's been on a spectacular run dating back to April 11th of last year, where he's won 12 of his last 13 decisions, and of those 11 of the 13 games, he's held opponents to 10 goals or less, which is nothing short of remarkable. And he just passed, becoming the first goalie in minutes played as well. So, but at the same time, Rosie's been on a nice run, and the last time these two teams met in this building, a fantastic performance, and capped off by that goal as well.
Yeah. Defense, Toronto has allowed 12.36 goals per game, Buffalo 12.43. The last three games, Toronto 12.7, Buffalo 12 per game. It's very close. Toronto's defense, I think, has been great, given how many guys they've lost to injury. Brody Merrill's been great. I've got it even. What do you think?
I think I got to give it even as well. I mean, I think that the defensive core of the Bandits might, on paper be better, but what the Rock have been able to do with those injuries, and like you said, Merrill has just been carrying such a huge load. I think that's why it's even there.
We're going very quickly as Scotty Newlands. No, we're going to go to the anthem. Scotty Newlands is on the floor.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed, at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fans, please extend a warm Toronto Rock welcome to the UCC Prep School Grade 6 and 7 Music Ensemble under the direction of Mrs. Catherine Ebenson and Mr. Paul Magar as they perform "Oh Canada."
Through
we go. The anthems, and we're going to go as the band heads off the field quickly through the transition and offense because it was sounding pretty even. But you're wondering why Buffalo's in first, Toronto's in last. In transition, Buffalo best in the league. Keto Hill with 32 points, Mitch Jones with 32, Priolo, Wild, Brock, they all go. Goalie Anthony Cosmo has 8 assists. That would be tied for third in transition scoring on Toronto. Big edge, Buffalo.
Yeah, it's a huge edge. You could argue probably the biggest gap between these two teams comes in the transition game. And you heard John Lovell, earlier this week talk about Dane Smith obviously being a big factor, but it seemed like he was more concerned about this transition. And for good reason. You just listed off a ton of guys. This is a team that prides themselves off transition, and they've done a phenomenal job this year.
Be ready for them to run. On offense, Buffalo 14.4 goals a game, Toronto 10.6. And Buffalo is on pace to tie the all-time NLL team record of 258 goals, set by Rochester in 2002, and to beat their own Buffalo record of 248 in 2001, thanks largely to Dane Smith, who's on pace for 149. He's incredible.
Oh, he's nothing short of incredible. It's a historic season that we're seeing from Dane Smith. He's just such an impossible player to cover. You leave him out, he'll take a shot from the outside and bury. The way he's been shooting this year is unbelievable. And he's so athletic, so big, so strong. As a defender, he's a nightmare to line up against.
The quick feet, and he gets himself open, and then he's shooting at like a 226 shooting percentage. Only Dan Dawson among the big scorers is ahead of him. We are ready to go. Steven Stamp with Patty Gregoire, Jay Thornburton, Bradley Cree in the face-off circle. We're about to get underway. One note, the scratches for Toronto, Steve Fryer and Kyle Quinn. For Buffalo, Craig England and Billy D. Smith taking the night off. But the big one, I think the surprise for Buffalo is Matthew Bennett, who is actually on the injured reserve, and it's a shame because he's been having a real breakout year.
Oh, yeah, he has. He's been a nice little, almost a surprise little story how well he has been playing for this Bandits team.
Thornburg gets the opening faceoff, hands it off. There's a shot right off the bat by Steve Priolo. Priolo will get it back. He's thinking about the dunk. He gets it. No, he's in the crease, though. I thought he had that one.
It sure looked like it. Those big arms of him, he can pull that move off quite easily.
Toronto goes up into the offensive zone for their first possession. Rob Hellier leading the team in scoring, having another terrific season. Pass across, quick shot by LeBlanc. Bounces right out back to Hellier on the far side, and a fresh 30, grazing Anthony Cosmo. There's Adam Will playing some defense. His first NLL game. Congratulations to him. Number 5 for Buffalo. Pick off by David Brock. The alternate captain grabs that ball, loses it though. Brownell goes after, but Casey Behrens knocks it free. Brock gets it back, and they make it over the timeline just before the 8-second count. Dane Smith has the ball. He's going to pass it off and then go set up. Keep your eyes on him. You won't be able to take them off him, frankly.
Absolutely not.
Here's Benesh. He's going to give it up. Veltman comes in. The arm saved by Nick Rose. It'll go straight out to Dane Smith. Fresh 30, and they go to Mark Stainhouse at the top. Stainhouse cuts through the middle. Benesh looking for the second cutter. Now he's going to try and slide down low. Good possession defensively by the Rock so far, but there's Smith with the shot right into the belly of Rose. Ball's knocked loose off the loose ball after Kevin Ross had gotten it. Ross played defense last week. It looks like he'll be doing the same, running out the back door, helping to fill in for all the injuries. Nice job to get that ball back up top by Anthony Malcolm. Here's a drive to the net. Benesh with the shot. That one bounces loose. Another fresh 30, another possession for the Bandits. It's early, but you can still get heavy legs as a defender. That quick mid-stride shot by Smith, he's so deadly, but he misses that one. Veltman scoops it back up. Bandits have 16 still to shoot as Benesh will look for a cutter. Started to go low. You can see Brody Merrill covering him. Pass across, Stainhouse. Gets it back. Benesh still watched by Merrill. There's a pick by Veltman. Rose scoops that one up and looks up the floor, and Gamble will run it across center. Buffalo doing a nice job getting their O off. The defenders are out there. Mitch DeSnew, one of the top rookies in the league this year, out high. Comes back to Hellier, and DeSnew will spin around to cover him. That one's tipped, goes right in towards Cosmo. Now it bounces free. LeBlanc to Hellier, save Cosmo. You talked about how sharp he's been. He starts off well.
Yeah, absolutely. A huge save there, bailing his team out there.
Here comes DeSnew pushing the pace. Quick stick attempt, but it got tied up in the stick of Dane Smith. He's looked human so far. Of course, the last couple weeks, he scored 1 and then 3 points in the first half and still blew up for a bunch. Cree goes the other way. He puts his shoulder down, hands it off to Hellier, and Toronto will slow it down. Cree's going to head to the bench. Will they slow it down? LeBlanc looked like he might go. Cross to Hellier. He's got a lane. Steps to underneath. Pass across. The quick stick scores. The quick look up by Turner Evans to make sure the goal was being called and not in the crease, and it's 1-0 Rock.
Beautiful pass here from Hellier with a nice dodge, kind of spins off his defender and just sees Turner Evans all alone in front. That's his 5th goal of the season, and Turner Evans, since he's gotten in the lineup because of these injuries, since he's been in, he's done a fantastic job away from the ball, and now the offense, the points are starting to chip away for him.
Yeah, Turner Evans looking very good, getting better and better. Another face-off win by Thornburg, gets it straight over to Keto Hill. He'll hand it over. Mark Stainhouse starts. Here's the look. What a pass by Hellier, and the nice finish. Evans timing that swing of the stick perfectly. Bandits want to get it back. Chad Culp steps to the middle, thought about a shot. He's going to hand it off to Manesh instead. That pass doesn't get to anybody, and Brock Sorensen will track it down. Some forecheck pressure. Sorensen, it's stripped. Nice job by Anthony Malcolm. He's going after it. They're going to say over and back Toronto, and here comes Nick Weiss cutting to the middle. 4 white jerseys, so he'll just slow it down. Good for them to have Weiss back and playing regularly in Buffalo. Had some issues with injury earlier in the season. There's Dane Smith with it. Cross to Veltman. Veltman's been a nice pickup coming from Calgary as a free agent. He gets it to Stainhouse. Sorensen on him. Nice 2-man defense by Sorensen and Merrill. There's the shot, though, and Dane Smith is on the board. That low sidearm ripped the skipper just in the far corner. He does it so well.
Oh, it's his bread and butter, and you'll see right here, just right from the Pizza logo. And it's not even like you can get out on hands anymore. Sorensen, just how good of a shooter he is. He's a threat from anywhere, and that's his 59th of the year. It's unbelievable what he's been able to do so far this year.
Thornburg wins himself another one. Dane Smith on pace for 75 this year. That would break the 71 record by Ethan Iannucci in 2008. Go to ilindoor.com, watch the records pursuit column that I get. There's Stainhouse with the shot, and it will show you just how remarkable this guy's season has been. Over and back, and the Bandits will have to play some defense. Mitch Jones going back to play in the defensive zone. He's taken on a transition role. Boy, he's been a nice addition, really learning NLL defense. Toronto with the ball. LeBlanc driving to the net. Turned aside nicely. A nice slide by David Brock. Now Brock picks him up again. LeBlanc spins. Going to throw it far side to Hellier. It kind of short hops him, but he gets it off the boards. Nick Weiss immediately there. Boy, Buffalo's really getting out on them defensively. Lindner wants to shoot. That one's blocked. Hellier with it. 6 to shoot for the Rock. And Lindner's going to scoop it up. Not much time to do anything. Bandits all over them, and Jones knocks it free. Still, Hellier gets the shot off, and Cosmo had to be alert.
Yeah, great job to try to get the shot off there, and he does, but this Bandits defense, help defense is unbelievable how well they're getting those slides in when a man does get beat.
I hope you enjoyed talking there, Patty, because that's about as much time as you'll get with the Bandits on possession in transition. Ryan Benesh gets the shot off. Now Brody Merrill will try and get it over center. Does so with Chad Culp all over him. The big bang. Culp runs into him and heads off the floor. Here's Lindner setting up. Another rookie for Toronto, and he and Evans really coming on as the season goes along. LeBlanc's shot will hit the riser and up into the Grays. And we will take our first break of the game. 9:21 to go. I'm Steven Stamp with Pat Gregoire. You're watching the NLL on Fox Sports Go.
My little brother's birthday is today. I have an idea.
Western Union makes sending money across the country easy. Download our app, go online to westernunion.com, or visit one of over 51,000 agent locations today.
That was easy.
This is moving money for better.
Ahead, something amazing awaits. A waxed up surfboard and the perfect wave. A mustachioed gondolier and a marriage proposal. A series of steps that take you back in time. Ahead, there's a helping hand, a smile, a wink. There's a tip about what to see, some advice about what to do, and directions to that restaurant just off the sea. Ahead, there's a check-in that's easy and stress-free, and a connecting flight to anywhere in the world that Air Canada flies. There's a record for safety and reliability to make you feel even more comfortable. Ahead, there are moments that happen quickly that you'll remember for a lifetime. Ahead, there's an airline that's taking leisure travel to new heights. Air Canada Rouge. Vacation ahead.
Tonight is the final Rock home game of the 2016 regular season. Watch the Rock on the road tomorrow night in Buffalo, either in person at the First Niagara Center or online right here on Fox Sports Go. Game time tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Welcome back to the Air Canada Center. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Great pace of the game so far, Patty, as the Bandits and Rock going back and forth just like we expected.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about how good this team is transitionally, but the Rock doing a good job keeping pace with them as well.
You've got to come in prepared. You said John Lovell was worried about the transition as much as about Dane Smith and Ryan Benesh. Stainhouse with the ball. Merrill trying to strip him. Great protection of the ball. Here comes Culp. He'll cut to the middle. Fake to pass to the far side. Nice defensive possession by the Rock. And that's going to do it. A 30-second violation. And boy, if the Rock can do that all the time, they'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Being able to, not even get a shot off. It looked like Dane Smith, with even about 8 seconds left, he didn't think he was going to be able to get open on the offside ball, so just kind of nailed that one in.
Hellier tries to get to Josh Sanderson, gets away from him. Weiss wants to run. Merrill on him along with Turner Evans, but Weiss comes out of it. He's running to the net, shoots, scores! What a goal by Nick Weiss on his offside with defenders all over. Puts it home, 2-1 Bandits.
What an absolute individual effort by Weiss, blowing by a handful of defenders, and it looked like it was Cree who was draped on him there as well. And we keep talking about this transition, but it's plays like that that make this Bandits team so deadly. They're just so athletic and strong. It's quite remarkable.
And Weiss isn't one of the guys we mentioned earlier.
No.
But he can do it as well. That was number 20 Cree on number 20 Weiss. Weiss wins that battle. Bradley Cree's been good for Toronto, but just getting beat there. There's a pass across to Lintner. Toronto trying to push it back and get right back into this one. Hellier backs away. Not back into it. They're not out of the game, obviously, but trying to tie it back up. Up high to Hellier. He's going to let it fly. Scores right in that corner. Hellier, what a season. What a shot.
Hellier with an absolute bomb, and we were watching him in warm-ups talking about how quick his release is and still how hard it is, and he displays that quick, hard release there. And to be totally honest, 36th goal of the year. He's having himself another solid year, and I feel like it's not going as noticed as it should because of some of the other stellar seasons we're seeing offensively.
Big battle off the faceoff as you're going to get another look at Hellier's rip here, but everyone fighting for it. It'll be tracked down, and eventually Mitch Jones comes up with possession for the Bandits. And I think part of the reason is that Hellier's having a great year, but the guys ahead of him in the scoring race, Dane Smith, Sean Evans, Reese Dutch, they're all righties. So he's a righty forward. He's like the fourth or fifth righty forward in the scoring race. It's the year of the righty. Stainhouse, another righty, has the ball. He's going to throw it across. Veltman tries to connect with Malcolm in front of the net, but Brody Merrill was all over him, and Toronto gets it.
Toronto's defense doing a great job off-ball defending right now, and that's one of the ways this offense really produces a lot of their offense, from those backdoor cuts.
Toronto driving down. Josh Sanderson ducks over to Turner Evans. He drives to the net, out to Hellier. He'll shoot if he has room. He's going to throw it back to Lindner, will let it fly. That one looked like it may have been tipped, but Cosmo gets it anyway. Oh, Buffalo breaking out to Snoo, but Toronto gets the man out on D. Magnan trying to force the over and back, almost did, but Chad Culp will come up with the ball off that nice pass from Desnu, who has moved up into the top 10 of the IL Indoor Rookie Rankings by Mike Mackley. There's a behind-the-back shot, beauty! Chad Culp! Cue up the top 10 plays of the week for Chad Culp.
Oh my God. Just absolutely disgusting by Chad Culp. You'll see here just a sneaky backdoor cut, and BTB Barred down. Are you kidding me?
Colin Boucher just losing track of Culp, gets a step behind, but that's gorgeous and looked eerily like a goal that Johnny Powless scored to open tonight's scoring in the NLL overall when he took a pass from Randy Stotts and did very much the same, except Georgia was shorthanded at the time. 3-2 for Buffalo. 6.5 to go here in the first quarter. Scrum along the boards. It's trapped and it's going to be Buffalo possession as Dan Lintner clamped down on the ball. Here comes Mitch Jones running the floor. Buffalo, every chance they get, they'll run it, but that one's picked off by Sorensen. Benesh trying to get back. Sorensen outruns him. A break for Sorensen. Twister save, Cosmo. The net knocked off the mooring, so it's picked up on the far side there. Nice pass out of trouble, and Jones gets it ahead. Great hustle by Desnu to go get that loose ball. Nice work by Benesh to make it at least a challenge shot by Brody Merrill, and Buffalo sets up on offense. Culp, he of the beauty, BTB. There's the cut. Stainhouse thought about shooting, switches hands, whip shot. The backhand whip saved by Rose. Gilbert goes for the loose ball. Chapman fighting for it, has it hold right there, an obvious one. Culp just grabbed onto the jersey, and Toronto is going to get a sixth man out and see what they can do. That one almost over and back. Nice leaping save by Stefan LeBlanc. Lots of pressure by Buffalo to try and stop the ball before it's 6-on-5. That pass is picked off, and Keto Hill was thinking about having a rip at the far empty net.
Yeah, he picked that one off. I know it was a delayed penalty, but boy, it was impressive. That one was in his back pocket like nothing. But a good effort here by Chapman to pick up the Lucy and put the afterburn on and get Culp to grab him by the jersey. Like you said, anytime you see that jersey get tugged, it's going to be an immediate penalty.
Yeah. Toronto goes to the power play, first of the night. Hellier's up at the top. LeBlanc and Sanderson on the left side. Bierns and Lintner. Weiss, Priolo, Jones, and Brownell killing the penalty for Buffalo. There's a shot a little high by LeBlanc, but Lintner gets there first. Weiss all over him, the big chop, and he's going to win that battle with Josh Sanderson. Eventually, it'll come out to him. He's running the floor. He's got Mitch Jones ahead of him. Fakes the pass. Now he passes. Jones steps out, shoots. Big save by Rose. Steenhouse, another save by Rose. Hellier comes up with it. He's going to run the floor. He's going on Brownell one-on-one. So he's just going to slow it down. All kinds of work by Nick Weiss, who's going to go back and be maybe a little tired. Do they try and go after Weiss while he's down? Priolo, Hill up top. There's Hellier with the ball. Pass, quick shot by Sanderson. Stop, Keto Hill comes up with it. Little lob pass, it bounces off of Brownell. The Rock get it back, they've got numbers. LeBlanc on his offside save by Cosmo as LeBlanc got the twister off. It's going to be a possession call. We will take a break. 3-2 Buffalo. You're watching the NLL on Fox Sports Go.
Bandit Land. You've cheered the Bandits on to thrilling victories. 4 championship titles in now 25 seasons in Buffalo. We want to celebrate with you. Get your tickets now starting at $21 or purchase your McDonald's Family 4-pack for just $69. Tickets are available at the First Niagara Center box office, online at bandits.com, or by phone at 1-888-467-2273. See you in Bandit Land.
This copyright telecast of the National Lacrosse League Incorporated may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the National Lacrosse League.
These two rivals meet again tomorrow night in Buffalo. Join the Bandits and Rock for a special night. It is Tucker Out Lymphoma Night in honor of the late Tucker Williams. Tickets start at $15. For more info, visit bandits.com. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. I was talking to Sean Williams before the game on the floor, of course, Tucker's father, and it's got to be a mixed feelings night for him. Honored and proud of, everyone honoring the great Tucker Williams. He was such a fantastic kid, but so sad that he's not with us.
Oh, absolutely. And like you did say, it is obviously mixed emotions, but the Buffalo Bandits have done such a great job supporting the Williams fan and family, and keeping Tucker alive with the with the Tucker the Braver Than Brave foundation, and the jerseys they're going to wear tomorrow are awfully sweet. I know sweet. Tucker would love them.
Yeah. Dane Smith with the ball. 41 seconds left on the penalty. They won't be able to kill it all, but right now they're double teaming Smith. This is very wise. That pass gets away, and Brody Merrill's going to run the floor. Merrill's really been pushing the pace more in transition, but obviously the power play, you're going to pull it back. They've got a full 30-second possession to work with, so Hellier will take it up top. Blanc going to have to reach for that. Turner Evans is out there on the power play now. Behrens will find Evans. He's going to let it rip, saved by Cosmo, who's seeing the ball well, as he has been most of the year. Here's the breakout. Mitch Jones running onto it. And Buffalo's still trying to push it, but they pull up. Smart play by Jones. Toronto got their defenders out. Now he's going to look for some help. And the penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse, nearing the 3-minute mark of this first period. Great pace to this game, as we expected. Banesh, little toe drag. Sorensen on him. Goes to the net. Twister into the belly of Nick Rose. Is Toronto possession.
You mentioned that Cosmo seeing the ball well. Rosie as well, making some big stops, but he makes some of those big saves kind of look easy just because he's so positionally sound.
Toronto with the ball back in the offensive zone. I think that's a big improvement in his game the last couple of years. Going to the net, Turner Evans, the save by Cosmo, it's a goal. And the flag immediately thrown by Troy Cordingley, and angrily thrown, I'll tell you. He whipped that one out there.
Yeah, it launched out there pretty good. Obviously, he's not in agreement with the officials. Definitely think that it might be a crease. We're going to take a look at it. Nonetheless, a great effort by Evans there.
It is. You really see how his offense is coming. But the thing, whenever the ball hits the goalie, slows down and trickles in, the chances of the player being in the crease as he runs through are pretty high.
Exactly.
But I couldn't tell as it happened live. We got a lot of people between us and Turner Evans on the far side.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll get some good looks. I don't think it'll be a particularly difficult challenge to adjudicate.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I like you said, it's tough from the angle that we were seeing, but I'm sure the officials will get a look and we'll be able to see as well.
Yeah, we'll see it up. Hopefully they have it as they usually do up on the Jumbotron here, which is amazing here at the Air Canada Centre. There's Turner Evans. There's the shot. And no goal. No goal. It's pretty easy. We'll see the other angle, but you can see it got tied up in Cosmo. Yep. Unless Evans, see one look from Mark Cardonio and he's going to call it off. So Buffalo does not lose a timeout. They do not lose their challenge ability too. They have one more challenge, and if they get that right, they will get a third. The rules of the National Lacrosse League, much like the NLL, you get two right, you get a third one. And Troy Cordingley was right to be vociferous as he tossed that one out there.
Absolutely, that's definitely a great challenge. But hey, nonetheless, it's nice to see Turner Evans actually getting some confidence and trying. We see him shooting more. We see him trying for those, spectacular plays.
Buffalo setting up in the offensive zone, trying to move the ball around. Malcolm gives it off. Veltman. Again, Toronto with great defensive pressure. They're really getting out, probably higher than they usually do. Smith with that sidearm whip. It's stopped by Nick Rose, and Smith is going to track it down. He's not just, there's the ball though. Gamble gets it. He's all alone. Scores, 5-hole. Gamble ties it up, 3-all.
A great effort by Gamble, but Dane Smith not pleased. He thinks he might have been pushed on the back there. But nonetheless, no, they didn't make the call. So Jesse Gamble being awarded with his 5th goal of the year. A great hustle play.
The push.
No, you can't. You cannot challenge the push.
I think he may have had a bit of a point.
I think you might be right.
It looked like he was going to pick up that loose ball, but great hustle. Here you can see Smith going hard after it. And really, this is an effort play by Brody Merrill. But what do you think, Patty?
Yeah, I think there was a push in the back there, but I mean, I could see maybe the ref might have embellished it a little bit, but it looked like Merrill kind of did give him a pretty solid push to the back.
Close to the shoulder. It's a tough call, but it's 3-3 nonetheless. Hellier with the ball, taking some checks from Keto Hill. Quick shot. Boy, Hellier took that Dane Smith-esque mid-stride shot. Here comes Keto Hill. Oh, great pass. Oh, just skips away from Stainhouse. And LeBlanc is there. Big hit by Culp, jars it free. Culp going after it. Brody Merrill has it. It's out again, and Gamble's got it. Great pressure both ways. Everyone fighting hard for loose balls. The Rock set up in the offensive zone. And DeSnoo's way out on Hellier. You can tell Buffalo paying attention to Hellier, as well they should. Sanderson with the ball. Great seeing his son Dylan out there playing in the Pee Wee pregame. Sanderson pass to Hellier. Rips it wide. That's going to be an over and back. It's not going to be blown down, though. Oh, yes, it is, because Mitch DeSnoo was running after the ball. Oh. Too many men called. They jumped early. So instead of a break for DeSnoo, they'll send Adam Will off to the penalty box. Again, congratulations to Adam Will making his NLL debut tonight. Defender with the Langley Thunder. He's played 18 games a year the last couple seasons. Having a nice WLA career for himself. And now here he is in the big show. 3-all. The Rock try to move ahead. Hellier. Sanderson up top. Sorry, Evans shoots. Saved by Cosmo. Bounces straight out to Brownell, who's running it ahead. Priolo's with him. Down the middle. Nice job by Sorensen to pick him up, so the Bandits will have to slow it down.
You know, it's a matchup between two powers. The Rock's second in power play, and the Bandits first in the penalty kill. So a nice clash of the Titans in the special teams matchup here tonight.
And even shorthanded, you see Buffalo is absolutely pushing the ball. If there's a chance, they will take it. There's Dane Smith with it. Maryland Gamble on him. Pass across, almost connects with Malcolm. Goes for it, and they're going to say a push in the back by Malcolm. And you can just hear Troy Cordingley saying, now you call that? Stefan LeBlanc takes it. They're still on the power play, are the Rock. Evans up to Sanderson. He steps in. Turner Evans down in the crease. Behrens is on the top of the crease. There's Hellier shooting. Nice save by Cosmo. Boy, he's moving well. The ball's loose. Is it back in the crease? A little pushing and shoving. That is the end of the first quarter. You are watching NLL Lacrosse on Fox Sports Go.
Ahead, something amazing awaits. A waxed up surfboard and the perfect wave. A mustachioed gondolier and a marriage proposal. A series of steps that take you back in time. Ahead, there's a helping hand, a smile, a wink. There's a tip about what to see. Some advice about what to do. And directions to that restaurant just off the sea. Ahead, there's a check-in that's easy and stress-free, and a connecting flight to anywhere in the world that Air Canada flies. There's a record for safety and reliability to make you feel even more comfortable. Ahead, there are moments that happen quickly that you'll remember for a lifetime. Ahead, there's an airline that's taking leisure travel to new heights. Air Canada Rouge. Vacation ahead.
The NLL returns to TSN tonight with a terrific battle out west as the Colorado Mammoth host the Saskatchewan Rush. Catch the game live on TSN 2 at 9:30 Eastern. The first game of a huge weekend home and home that could decide the top seed in the West Division. Fans in the U.S. can watch the game live on Watch ESPN. That battle for West supremacy. Right here we have a battle for first place in the East. Jay Thornbert and the Bandits are in first. They want to lock that down. Bradley Cree and the Rock, they're in fifth. They want to keep their hopes alive. Another win by Thornbert goes to Priola, but he's going to have to put it down. A little jump by Thornbert, who last year set the NLL record for most face-off wins. He is a good one. He's the new Jeff Snyder. That might be a bit much, but he's been very good.
He's very, very good.
Hellier over to Turner Evans. Sanderson's down low now instead of up top. He's going to move around, shoots a little bit wide. Hellier up top, LeBlanc rips it, trickles through but gets away. Cosmo got just enough. Weiss is fighting to get that ball. Oh, what a possession battle by Nick Weiss. His Peterborough teammate, Turner Evans, is flattened by Anthony Cosmo. It's going to be Toronto ball, but I think Buffalo will take that. But there's 21 seconds left on the power play, so maybe they're not so happy with it, but that's a big hit. And you know what? Turner Evans was holding.
Yeah,
so they got away with one there.
I think you're right.
Ball bounces away from Bierns. They've got 10 left on the penalty. Will they take a shot? You got to watch out for the guy coming out of the box. Pass across, quick stick save, Cosmo. If Buffalo can get it, it's their possession. There goes Will. The pass ahead by Brownell. Oh, what a first goal. Adam Will out of the box, into the net. Welcome to the NLL scoring charts, Adam Will. Oh,
what a way to join the NLL. Your first impact, your first goal. A beautiful finish on the crease with a dive, cross-body shot, beating Nick Rose. And, you know, you get on the game sheet the first by being the in-home and serving a penalty, and then your second coming right out of the box, sprung on a breakaway and scoring a beauty there.
Buffalo's got it again. Keto Hill, he's sending Mitch Wild. He's stopped by Rose. That was almost in. Boy, that's how the Bandits do it so quickly. What a pass by Kevin Brownell, too. You know, we noted Adam Will had 18 points in his first WLA season. You can see why. Those are some hops and some hands.
Oh, absolutely.
Toronto
He's fitting in with his transition.
Oh, no kidding, right? That pass bounces away from Lintner to Snoo, and Brock all over it. So Cosmo grabs the ball, rips it. They're going to Benesh. Sorry, I was going to say Benny, and kind of messed up Benesh a little bit. Benesh trying to knock the ball free. Boucher has it. He'll run it out of trouble. Gets it ahead to Kevin Ross, who's pushing the pace. Toronto wants to go. He's got Sanderson saved by Cosmo. That's the one thing when you have an offensive player up there, but here comes Mitch Jones, bounces away from him. He's going to go after the loose ball, pushed away by Brock Sorensen. Brownell runs over a Rock player from behind. Magnan didn't like it. They'll get into each other's faces. Now they head to the benches. Hellier's going to slow things down a little. Drives low. Desnu recovers nicely. Boy, he was known as a transition guy, but his D has really been improving, both with the Oakville Rock. Oh, what a save by Cosmo as that ball got away from Lintner, but still got on net. But Desnu here in Buffalo is really looking good. Steve Priolo with the ball. He'll stay up and do some offensive damage. I'll tell you, a couple of years ago when he really broke out in transition, he would take the ball like that, go down, turn like he was going to go to the bench, and then when everyone relaxed, he'd cut to the net. And he was a killer that way. Here's Buffalo moving around the outside. That one right into Rose's belly pad. Bounces up off a Buffalo player into the stands.
Yeah, you mentioned Priolo. Ranks first in points among defensemen, so he's turned himself into a very, very fine transitional player over the past few years.
Jones is watching Hellier, who shoots. Cosmo has to be sharp for that one. Boy, Hellier's really getting that. He's shooting it like Smith, that mid-stride one. Curtis Dixon very good at that as well. There's another righty who's ahead of Hellier on the scoring charts. Forgot about him earlier. Keto Hill goes to the net. Tries to just kind of shovel it ahead. Now he's trying to pick it up, but Sorensen is there. He'll get it. Here go the Rock pushing the pace. Man coming off the bench is Casey Bierns, the first righty off. Going to the net is Ross. He's stopped and lands in the crease. Dane Smith all the way back to his own end will push the pace ahead to Stainhouse and then come up and join him. He's the trailer. Stainhouse shoots, saved by Rose. Gilbert gets that loose ball. Throws it all the way up. One hopper to Brody Merrill. He's looking to see who he's got with him. He'll fire it. Saved by Cosmo. Merrill's going to get it back, though, after that ball bounced loose. Big hit and a big whack by David Brock. Merrill will give it up, and the Rock will set up in the O. 23 to shoot. Lots of time.
It was a nice play by Gamble to kick that ball out as well so they can pick up the loose ball.
LeBlanc misses. It goes to Bierns, to Hellier. He's going to drive low, shovel it to Bierns. Lintner, toe drag, shoots, twister, misses. They've only got 3 on the shot clock, but it goes into the crowd anyway, and Buffalo's going to go ahead. And boy, the ball bouncing into the crowd gives the Rock a bit of a break to get their guys out, but the Bandits still pushing the pace. David Brock will eventually hand it off. Malcolm's out there already. Nice little move. Goes to the net. Twister saved by Rose. He's been throwing that arm up at the perfect time tonight.
Made some big time saves for this Rock team. Kind of looking like how he played the last time these two teams met at the ACC.
You think of Rose as the big blocker type, but he's showing he is pretty athletic. He is a big guy, but boy, he can move. Lindner holds on to the ball and his balance. Gets it over to Hellier. You got to get on him. He shoots. Saved by Cosmo. There's a rebound in the goal. Casey Bearns ties it up for the Toronto Rock.
A great play by Casey Bearns to have the awareness off the rebound, picking up the garbage and putting it away. And he's such a good player inside, not just finishing, but always getting his nose dirty, picking up loose balls, and just to have the awareness to see where that ball is coming, picking it up and firing it on net right away.
Here's another look at it. Boy, Bearns just slipping the check. The Bandits get possession off the faceoff, though, as they have been doing. Shots 24 to 19 for the Rock at this point. That pass almost got away, but Culp chases it down. Pick from Veltman. Keto Hill out there for an O-shift. Culp puts the ball down. And we are going to take a break. 9:40 to go in the second quarter. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on Fox Sports. Go.
Toronto Rock cheerleaders.
Welcome back to Lacrosse Friends to the Air Canada Centre. It's 4-4. I'm Stephen Stamp with Patty Gregoire. If you're wondering where Andy McNamara is, he's at home taking some honey, nursing his voice, which he lost last week. We missed you, buddy, up in the booth, but it's great to have Patty Gregoire along for the show. Nice having you here. And we are astonished at what's going on off in Georgia, 10-4 for the Swarm over New England, which of course affects both these teams. 33-13 the shots on goal for the Swarm. They are flying tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it does come as a little bit of a surprise, but what we've seen from this Georgia offense this year is unbelievable. They have such an ability to explode just with all the young talent that they do have out front, but just it's not even just what they're doing, but New England, that's kind of
New
unusual
England learned
to see.
on Tuesday they clinched a playoff spot. Maybe they're looking ahead, thinking about competing for first place because they're a game behind Buffalo. But boy, I mean, we know Georgia's explosive. We know they're very good. We know that they can do things. But 10-4 and 33-13, that's kind of crazy.
Oh, I know, very very unusual for this New England team.
Turner Evans throws it down low to Josh Sanders. We were saying Dylan in the game between Elora and Orangeville in the pregame. Boy, he's got a lot of his dad in him. There's Mitch Jones stripping the ball from Hillier. Nice pass ahead to avoid the crease. And Adam Will, who scored his first goal in the NLL, will run, step back, and pass it off. The Bandits will set up the offense. Kevin Brownell staying to set a pick. There's a shot. Malcolm stopped by Rose, and here come the Rock. LeBlanc looking for the man coming off the bench, but great reverse transition there by Anthony Malcolm. The shot by Evans off the crossbar, right where the crossbar and post meet. Rock maintained possession over and back.
Absolute bomb by Evans there, and that's the confidence.
That's quite a shot.
Yeah.
Not quite where he needed it.
No.
Evans now toe drag, trying to get by Dane Smith. Hellier will shoot. He misses on that one, bounces away from Ross, but over to Lintner, who gets it. They get a fresh 30.
Great hustle play by Lintner, getting the loose ball.
There's Sanderson. He hits Hellier. Nice footwork to get free. Great jab step. Here comes Dane Smith running the floor. That's what he did his first couple years in the league. Shoots. Looked off. The man coming off the bench, battling to try and get it back, but Sorensen will come up with it. Nick Rose didn't like the way Smith went after the ball in his crease, but that's a free ball until the goalie has it.
No, absolutely. I mean, but still, hey, he's a goalie, very, very protective of his crease.
Stefan LeBlanc with the ball. Gets by Brownell. Saved by Cosmo, who's hugging his crease, his post. Crease violation. Here come the Bandits. Jones scores. Yes, it was in. Mitch Jones. The hands go up late. Nick Rose is saying no, and the replay will come up quickly, and John Lovell has the flag right beside him in case he wants to throw it. He doesn't have to throw it as quickly as accordingly. That's not in.
No.
There it comes.
And he almost throws it as emphatically as Cordingley did. And that one's coming back for sure.
Yeah, that's home floor advantage. You see it in every rink in the league. The visiting goals go up immediately, while the home goals go up after the face-off. And this is going to be challenging the first one for quickest review by Mark Gardonio. He's seen it once. Will he watch again just to be sure? No, he's going to watch it twice. Just wants to be sure. Now he's done.
Yeah.
Once. 2 successful challenges in a second.
Yep.
Mark Ardonio announcing that. He's joined by Josh Hiltz, the assistant referee. Zach Wilson operating the shot clock. Gets his moment on camera as he steps out of the box to let Gardonio win and review.
Yeah.
So Toronto will start with possession. We're still tied 4-4. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Thanks for being with us here on Fox Sports Go for what is a great game. I think the difference is really the Rock. The pressure they're getting on defense is really keeping them in this one. Behind the net, out comes Evans. Lintner runs into a wall of Bandits, and Brock pushing the pace. Evans is back on D. Brock shoots, scores! Boy, he makes a career of that at this point, running the floor and going top corner.
Oh, absolutely. Just so casual about it, too. Sprinting up the floor, waiting, and then you'll see right here, loads it up. Bam. Posting in. Rosie not having a chance on that one. That's just a beautifully placed ball.
Well, it looked like there was a lot of space there for Brock, and really, there kind of was a fair bit. Those extra 3 inches on the posts, on the nets in this winter, as opposed to the summer lacrosse, does make a difference. Gamble's going to shoot. He's going to score. Just like that, the Rock answered. Jesse Gamble.
Jesse Gamble having himself a solid night, doing all the little things, getting his nose dirty, picking up some big loose balls, but then getting involved in the offense as well, as we'll see here. And second goal of the night, 6 on the year. Just shake and bakes off.
It over to himself again. You can only take 1 step with the ball in the back of your stick. Thornbert, a master of flipping it over to himself. Here you see the shot by Gamble, and he gets hit, but got the shot off, paid the price. At the other end, it's going to be an over and back unless, no, it goes to Culp. So the Bandits tend to shoot. Culp, toe drag, goes past Gamble, dives, scores! And John Lovell wants to see that one too, because Culp lands in the crease, but it was a quick shot. It got in pretty much right away.
And we're going to see it right here. It looks like when he takes it, we're going to have to probably see another angle. Probably be better here.
That's a goal.
I think that's a good goal for sure.
John Lovell not even reaching for the flag at this point. So it will be 6-5. The goal is coming fast and furious here with about 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here come the Rock, right back the other way. Ross takes the pass, streaks down, shoots. Oh, right off the face of, is that Anthony Malcolm back on D? No, it's Mitch Wild.
Mitch Wild, yeah.
He's come back. Wild's having a terrific season, but boy, they're going to have to take a look at him when he goes to the bench. But he looks all right. LeBlanc with the hard shot on his offside, but Cosmo no problem. And it's Weiss coming up with it. Sees Keto Hill. Hill didn't actually look for the pass right away. so Weiss couldn't give it to him. He's going to run the middle, cut, thought about shooting, but was picked up nicely by Luke Magnan. Will hand it off instead. Smith gets the ball. Dane Smith just 1 goal tonight. Again, a slow first half as we've seen the last couple weeks, but don't let that fool you.
It's coming.
Stainhouse gets a bit of a pick from Smith on Magnan. That shot bounces off the backboards into the crowd. Toronto possession.
We'll have to keep an eye on Mitch Wald, see if he comes back out, because he was walking quite gingerly to the bench there.
Well, you could see the reaction when it hit him. It stung.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's okay. Not sure if he went down the corridor or if he to the change room or if he is still on the bench. Now they're taking him down to check him out. Moving pick. Sorry, through the crease. It looked like was the signal. Casey Bierns just gets into the change box and now argues. It's a veteran play. Here come the Rock. Sorensen shoots, saved by Cosmo. He's been very good with that right arm. Looks like they're targeting over there, but he has been sharp. Keto Hill. Boy, he's fast. Almost as fast as Dane Smith. I'd still go with Dane in a race.
I think you're right, but boy, he picks up that ball and it's immediate clear. He's a human clear by himself.
That ball bounces free. Gilbert gets it on a second attempt. Lobs it ahead to Merrill. Bierns coming first man off the bench. Merrill goes to the second, which is Hellier. Getting lots of attention from Adam Will, but gets away. Sanderson behind the back, great pass. Stripped though, nice job by Mitch Jones. That is how an offensive kid junior adjusts to playing defense in the NLL. Nick Weiss up in the offensive zone. Sandy Chapman paying a lot of attention to him. The one-hand chops. Stainhouse takes the pass. Bounce pass. Stainhouse finds Smith. Oh, nice save by Nick Rose. The two-man game that are so effective. Smith with a great seal for a shot, but here come the Rock. They've got a chance. Sanderson, Hellier, Thornburn on him. The shot misses. It's way up in the air. Sanderson's there. Just Snoo on him, trying to strip it. Boy, Josh Sanderson's so good at protecting that ball. LeBlanc shoots, just misses. Tracked down by Evans, but goes into the Rock bench. Buffalo possession. We're going to have a break. 3:49 to go in the half. You are watching the NLL on Fox Sports Go.
My little brother's birthday is today. I have an idea.
Western Union makes sending money across the country easy. Download our app, go online to westernunion.com, or visit one of over 51,000 agent locations today.
That was easy.
This is moving money for better.
Bandit Land. You've cheered the Bandits on to thrilling victories. 4 championship titles in now 25 seasons in Buffalo. We want to celebrate with you. Get your tickets now starting at $21 or purchase your McDonald's Family 4-pack for just $69. Tickets are available at the First Niagara Center box office, online at bandits.com, or by phone at 1-888-467-2273. See you in Bandit Land.
The Rock are back on TSN next weekend when they head west to take on the Colorado Mammoth. Mark your calendar. It's Saturday, April 23rd, 9 p.m. Eastern, live on TSN 4. Fans in the U.S. can watch the game live on Watch ESPN. Welcome back to the Air Canada Center, lacrosse friends. I'm Steven Stamp with Pat Gregoire. 6-5 Bandits. It's been an exciting first half, 3:49 to go, and we knew you could throw out the first place and last place when it's Buffalo, Toronto.
Absolutely, no doubt. Every time these two teams meet, you know you can expect a hard-fought game. That's what we've seen. The transition has been a big part of the game, and the Rock have done a good job keeping pace with this, high-tempoed offense and
pushing
transition.
the pace. Brody Merrill looked like he had a cutter, Dan Lindner trying to get open after the Rock get the ball back, but Hellier will slow it down now. Turner Evans steps across the restraining line, back over to Hellier. He's going to let it fly. Saved by Anthony Cosmo. Almost lost it, but it does roll out to his own man. And here comes Dane Smith. He's got Benesh. Benesh is in the crease, so Dane Smith will turn back, but that's going to be a crease violation. Benesh thinks he was pushed in, and he had some help getting in there, but you got to stay out of the circle.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure Dane Smith not too happy about that one because that was a beautiful move.
Sanderson's shot saved by the foot of Cosmo. Nice loose ball and pass ahead by Priolo. Here comes Keto Hill. He's got Brownell trailing. Brownell has it, gives it to Hill. Saved by Nick Rose. He's been sharp, as has Cosmo. The shot's 31-26 in favor of the Rock as Gilbert runs the ball up the floor. They get it over to Hellier. So much of the Rock possession goes through Rob Hellier these days. He does a great job. Skip pass from Sanderson. Shot by Hellier off the arm of Cosmo, and it's going to be Toronto possession once again. Hellier whips it across. Skip pass this time. He's skipping one of the steps in the passing. There's Hellier shooting. Foot save. Lindner stopped by Cosmo. Hellier trying to get it back. Great job by Thornbert to box out. The first one was skipping off the turf. The second pass was skipping a player.
Yeah, some bad bounces there for the Rock, but a good offensive possession there, some good scoring chances. And you talked about Hellier, that quick sidearm release just almost beating Cosmo.
Stainhouse looking for the backdoor cutter. It's picked up nicely by Chapman, so they're going to go to Dane Smith instead. He rolls out, shoots off the post. Almost had one. He's getting into the face of Marshall. Marshall's run over, doesn't like it, but it was his own man, Sandy Chapman. Here's Merrill the other way. Adam Will picks him up nicely. Great job by the kid in his first NLL game to get out there and take away one of the best in transition in the history of the National Lacrosse League and the game of lacrosse, Brody Merrill. Turner Evans trying to get some space. Over to Hellier, pass across. Sanderson picked up immediately behind the back. And Lindner is run over. And here come the Bandits. Brownell, but Toronto gets their defenders out. Cutter to the middle is Benesh. Gets it. Saved by Rose. Skips away from Gamble, but he's able to scoop it up. 4 black jerseys. So Gamble's going to have to slow it down, but he's still looking. Toronto trying to run with the Bandits to the extent that they're pushing the pace, but not trying to get into a track meet. Very smart, very good approach by the Rock, and they're right in this game. LeBlanc shoots. That one goes off of Nick Weiss, and he is hurting. We already saw Mitch Wild go back. There's a shot. Doesn't get through. Weiss grabs it. We'll see if he goes down the tunnel. I don't think we've seen Mitch Wild back yet. We'll keep an eye on it. Maybe in the second half he'll be back. Stainhouse takes the pass. We're into the final 30 seconds of the first half. It's been an 11-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Spin move. Doesn't get through. Stainhouse from outside scores! With just a couple seconds left on the shot clock, Stainhouse with a bomb.
An absolute cannonade from deep. And a good job by Malcolm recognizing the slide. Feeds it out to Stainhouse, who's deep at the restrainer. That's vintage Stainhouse with an absolute bomb from the outside.
Rose is trying to be big. Looked like he did not see that at all. Whoever wins this faceoff will likely see a timeout. Thornbert and Cree line up. It could be a big draw as somebody will be able to set up the play. Thornbert had it and immediately He walks it down. 10 to go. 8. They pass it over to Smith. No surprise there. The cutter just too high for Veltman. Gamble gets it. Lets one fly, but there won't be quite enough time. It is halftime. The score 7-5 for the Buffalo Bandits over the Toronto Rock. I'm Steven Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Right now, stay tuned for NLL halftime with Dave Walls.
Welcome to NLL Halftime. I'm your host, Dave Walls. The regular season is winding down, so let's take a look at what's coming as we get closer to the playoffs. 3 weeks remain in the regular season, and teams are still fighting for those last few playoff berths. This season, 3 teams from each division will make the postseason, with the top seeds in both the East and West earning first-round byes. The second and third seeds, meanwhile, will play 1 game in the first round to determine who moves on to the divisional finals to face the top seed. In those divisional finals, it's a 2-game series with a 10-minute tiebreaker game played immediately following Game 2 if necessary to determine who moves on to the Champions Cup finals. In the finals, it's the best of the best going at it in a best-of-3 series to determine who takes home the coveted NLL Champions Cup. We've got a loaded Week 16 schedule. On Friday, New England travels to the Georgia Swarm, Buffalo's at Toronto, and Saskatchewan's at Colorado. On Saturday, 4 games on the slate as Toronto and Buffalo complete their home-and-home. Georgia travels to the Rochester Nighthawks. Colorado completes the home-and-home at the Saskell Center. And Calgary and Vancouver face each other in a must-win Western Division battle. Check the broadcast schedule at NLL.com for the games available in your area. That'll do it for NLL Halftime. But don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for highlights from last week's action from 120 Sports.
Time to recap the National Lacrosse League weekend here on 120 Sports. On Friday, the New England Black Wolves hosted the Saskatchewan Rush. The Black Wolves rallied from 7-1 down to score the final 4 goals of the game in a huge win, 14-13 over the defending champs. Kyle Buchanan led the way with 4 goals. The Black Wolves continued their strong weekend on Saturday, posting a 14-10 win over the Toronto Rock. Kevin Crowley and Pat Saunders had 3 goals apiece. The wins kept the pressure on the Buffalo Bandits, who were trying to hold on to first place. The Bandits hosted the Rochester Nighthawks on Saturday night. It was a close game with Cody Jamieson tying the score at 12 midway through the fourth quarter. Then with less than 2 minutes to play, Kevin Brownell gave the Bandits the lead, and they ice it moments later with an empty net goal for a 14-12 win. That makes them the first team in the East to clinch a playoff berth. Dane Smith had 5 goals and sets a new Bandits franchise record for points in a single season with 116. The Great Dane has 58 goals and 58 assists with 4 games remaining in the regular season. We head west to Calgary, where the Roughnecks reduced their magic number to 1 with a 16-12 win over the Vancouver Stealth. Curtis Dixon scored 4 goals to bring his season total to 56. Building on his record-breaking total for a single season in Roughnecks franchise history, the Roughnecks can clinch that last playoff spot with a win at Vancouver on Saturday. The lone game on Sunday ended with an upset as the Georgia Swarm handed the Colorado Mammoth their 4th loss of the season, 17-10. Shane Jackson and Randy Stotts led the way with 7 points. And that's the weekend that was in the National Lacrosse League.
Not many things can be achieved in no time with minimum effort and no sweat at all.
I know just the gift.
But Western Union makes sending money across the country easy. Download our 4-star app. Go online to westernunion.com or visit one of our over 51,000 agent locations in the U.S. today. This is moving money for better.
Oh, yes! The best professional lacrosse players in the world. Fast-paced, blink and you'll miss it action. Crazy fun experiences for the whole family. All surrounded by Mohegan Sun's world of fun. I mean, seriously, how could anyone say no? Say yes to savings with the New England Black Wolves. Bring a pack and earn special perks and exclusive group discounts. Absolutely!
Bandit Land. You've cheered the Bandits on to thrilling victories. 4 championship titles in now 25 seasons in Buffalo. We want to celebrate with you. Get your tickets now starting at $21 or purchase your McDonald's Family 4-pack for just $69. Tickets are available at the First Niagara Center box office, online at bandits.com, or by phone at 1-888-467-2273. See you in Bandit Land.
Fresh off their sellout crowd, it's Fan Appreciation Night as your Sasquatch take on Colorado Mammoth this Saturday night. It's a battle for first place in the last home game before the playoffs. RSVP to the hottest ticket in town at Sasquatch.com.
When do you know an age has come? How do you know that an era has arrived?
Noble, shooting, scoring!
Ages are a collection of single events and experiences that are remembered in the heart, not recalled in the mind.
Look at that hit!
In this moment, right here and right now, we know we're coming of age.
Welcome to the NLL!
For tickets, visit ColoradoMammoth.com.
This copyright telecast of the National Lacrosse League Incorporated may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the National Lacrosse League.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the Air Canada Centre. I am Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire, bringing you this National Lacrosse League action. It is 7-5 for the Buffalo Bandits, but the Toronto Rock, Patty, are really battling to stay in this game. And the big thing, they're playing great defense, all kinds of pressure, and hanging with the Bandits in the transition game that we thought maybe, and John Lovell thought would be the deciding factor.
Yeah, absolutely. It's showing that the preparation during this week for that transition game, and Dane Smith is paying off. Dane Smith just with one goal so far. Yes, he's hit some posts. Yes, Rosie's made some big saves. But the big takeaway for me so far is how well they've done stopping the transition, doing a good job in reverse transition, and also pushing the ball as well, trying to get some offense going from their own transition as well. So the two biggest gaps that I thought were the offense and the transition, but you know what? The Rock doing a good job holding both those down so far.
Well, and the thing is, you're saying the Rock are doing a good job. You could say Buffalo's got 5 goals in transition, certainly 3 on the run, and a couple while things are still scrambled, not settled. So, but that is doing a good job.
Yeah,
against
that
Buffalo,
is against
because
Buffalo.
They've been known to score a dozen or more.
Yeah. Oh,
big battle, and Brock Sorensen is laying on the floor awkwardly. Trainer is out immediately. A couple of coming out, and he is not moving much. Oh, this is not looking good. Didn't really see exactly what happened. I don't know if they're going to show a replay after that, but Sorensen laying on the floor. Hopefully he's all right. We're just going to run through the scores in the first half. For Buffalo, Dane Smith with just 1 goal. It's really been the transition guys. Adam Will with his first goal in his first game. Chad Culp has a couple. The one beauty behind the back into the corner. But a goal and 2 assists for Mark Steenhouse. Nobody really racking up a whole bunch for them. For Toronto, Jesse Gamble with a couple has been really critical.
Yeah, no, I mean, you could even argue, you mentioned Chad Culp's behind the back, bar down shot, but even his second goal was a beauty as well. But the thing that I really like about Culp's game is how well he works off the ball, picking up loose balls, extending offensive possessions. He just does all the little things so right, so well, and he's showing today that he can score beautiful goals as well.
Absolutely, and Sorensen has rolled over onto his back. They're still taking a look at him. Score 7-5. We're just 5 seconds into the third quarter here. And for anyone who's just joining us, the scratches for Buffalo are Craig England and Billy D. Smith taking the night off. He joked with me before the game that he's too old to handle the back-to-backs. I don't think he was joking.
No, I think he was being serious.
He said, I don't like the back-to-backs anymore. For Toronto, Kyle Quinn and the third goalie, Steve Fryer. Scratch for Buffalo, a development. Matthew Bennett, who's having a breakout season. He's been so good in his first really full season. Something has happened. Bud Bailey tweeted before the game that he's out for a little while, not on the roster right now. He's been moved to injured reserve. That opened the door for Adam Will, and they just keep running.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And actually, I was talking to Sean Williams a little bit before I got just outside of the arena, and he mentioned Bennett. He said, Benny's having such a great season so far, and he's been a nice addition, or a nice surprise, like you said.
Sorensen is being helped up, getting a nice round of applause from the fans, but he is looking very ginger. Jeff Gilbert helping him along with the trainer. Oh, you hate to see that. Boy, the Rock, if they lose another defender, I mean, how many can go down? I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been and it looks like they're holding that knee, the left knee. Looks to be what they're really concerned with there. So
yeah, he's not putting any weight on it, as you can see. So,
or that leg, it could possibly, just the way they're holding it does not look good.
Well, we're not going to speculate. I'm sure. I would imagine the Sorensen family, his parents, are huge supporters of him and his brother Kyle, who is a vice president with the Vancouver Stealth, and of course one of the great defenders this league has seen. And they're probably here in the building. I can only imagine what they're thinking right now. If they're home watching it, we're glad to have you with us, and we're really sorry to see that happen to Brock, who's just one of the tremendous young men in this league. And here go the Rock. They're going to drive down. Turner Evans flips it back. Hellier catches it, whips it across to LeBlanc. Keto Hill on him. Spin by LeBlanc. Nice recovery by Hill, and it's Cosmo makes the save. Here come the Bandits. The pass out to Mitch to Snoo. Stainhouse breaking towards the net. Benesh comes over onto the near side. They'll slow things down a little bit. Benesh takes the pass. Kind of the forgotten man a little bit in Buffalo because of the season that Dane Smith is having, but boy, Ryan Benesh is having another great year. There's Smith, stutter step, back to Benesh. 6 to shoot. That pass doesn't get through. Smith, oh, what a play to get to it, but Brody Merrill, the veteran, gets on the ball and brings it forward. 2-on-3, so he's going to turn it back and hand it off to Josh Sanderson. And you called Matthew Bennett Benny, or you said Willie did. Are they really calling him Benny with Ryan Benesh in the lineup? There's a shot by Bierns. That one comes almost straight back to him. Instead, it goes to Sanderson. Gets it down to Bierns. Backhand whip, but Cosmo's all over that one.
Yeah, no, it could. That's what I thought first, and then he started talking. I was like, okay, he's talking about Bennett.
Mitch Jones up in the offensive zone. Here comes Benesh. He's not going to pass it to him. There's all kinds of pressure by Colin Boucher high. Smith surveying the floor, gets it to Jones. He spins off a check, but Boucher staying with him. Boucher, who is a 2-time CLAX player, defender of the year, and he's getting more and more comfortable here with Toronto. Gotten in a few games. Shot clock expires, but Jesse Gamble is going to try and play the ball. Now they'll blow play back in as he rolls it over to Hellier. LeBlanc in the corner. 1-on-1 with Thornbert. LeBlanc steps back, scores. Just a bull rush by Stephen LeBlanc. Throws the shoulder into Thornbert, step back and rips it.
And that is quintessential Steph LeBlanc, using his big body, his big frame to just back in, pull out, and rip that huge shot. Like you said, bull rushes the defender and uses his big outside shot to bring the Rock in by 1 goal.
There you see the pass by Hellier and LeBlanc doing the rest on his own. And there's no ward off there.
No.
There's nothing you can call. He just is big and strong, makes it happen, and the Rock get the ball back. They want to tie this one up a couple minutes into the third quarter. Pass down low. Quick shot by Ross, trying to fool Cosmo. Now Ross battling for the loose ball, but Brock battles him off. And here comes Brownell running the floor. Bandits will have to slow down that pass. Not a great decision by Brownell, as he couldn't get it through to Veltman, and here comes Chapman back the other way.
Veltman didn't even expect that pass, really.
I think Kevin Brownell would like to have that one back.
Absolutely.
He's had a solid season, but
yeah,
not his best play there. Hellier driving low, Desnu after him. Turns nicely to stay with Hellier. Pass across to Chapman. Chapman staying out, gives it to Sanderson, gets it back. LeBlanc wants the ball, but it bounces away from him. And Will is on top of him immediately. The shot clock will expire.
Will having a very, very solid game. For a guy that's playing his first NLL game, you would definitely not tell. He's looking very calm back there.
Boy, that first goal was a gorgeous one coming out of the penalty box where he served an in-home penalty for too many men. And he made no mistake. That was a beautiful first goal to dive across the crease. Culp has a couple. Behind the back pass this time, and they miss Stainhouse on top, but Malcolm gets it. They've got 10 to shoot, so he's got some time. Gamble covering him. Smith wants it. What's he going to make happen? Pass across. Behind the back, the save. Penalty coming, though. Holding the stick. We'll see. Brody Merrill.
Regardless what the call is,
happy, yeah.
He is not happy at all.
Oh, but, I asked, what will Dane Smith make happen? He's going to come out and want to do more. It's holding, not the stick, so just holding straight up. And Smith with the gorgeous pass to hit Benesh in traffic.
Yeah, that's unbelievable how he was able to get this pass through, and you'll see it there. And the fact that they were able to even get a shot off there, too, is mightily impressive.
You know what? My first thought was, why is Brody Merrill arguing? And then I saw Benesh's arm clamp down on Merrill. I'm not sure Brody Merrill was actually holding on. Boy, Dane Smith with some extra room to work is scary. He's got the ball. Passes up to Stainhouse. Thought about ripping it. Passes instead. Gets away. It's grabbed by Gamble. Black jerseys all over him. Nice little spin move. Runs away with it. The Rock have numbers 3-on-2. They move to the middle. Nice job by Jones. Then he walks away and Gamble misses the shot. Comes straight out to Brock. He steps back. Now he's looking ahead. He's going to let them set up on the power play as he just hands it off. to Dane Smith. He'll slow down until everyone's out there with him. Keto Hill taking his spot on the power play down on the right crease. Smith and Benesh playing catch. Keto Hill cuts, as does Veltman. Double pick. Smith twister, doesn't even get through. 3 white shirts on the penalty kill all around him. They are aware of what Dane Smith brings. Here comes Gilbert. But the Bandits do get their defenders out to slow him down.
Smart play by Gilbert there, pulling out and just letting him get some raggers out there from the offense.
Bandits leaving Smith down the floor, so Gilbert will go back and watch him, and it'll be 3-on-4. Kind of opens up some space for the Rock penalty killers, but they'll be able to push the pace if they can get the ball, which they do. It's grabbed by Nick Weiss. Steve Priolo, I thought, might take it. Here they go, and the Rock do a good job getting their guys out there. Stainhouse with the ball. 20 seconds left on the power play. Almost identical time on the shot clock. Stainhouse behind the back. Smith thought about shooting, passes it back to Stainhouse. He passed to Benesh. To Smith, quick stick misses. Benesh tries to grab it. Nice job by Gilbert pressuring him. Gilbert ties up Benesh so that Chapman can get in there. Here comes Brody Merrill. Shot clock expires. Toronto ball. That will do it for the first section of the third quarter. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on Fox Sports Go.
My little brother's birthday is today. I have an idea.
Western Union makes sending money across the country easy. Download our app, go online to westernunion.com, or visit one of over 51,000 agent locations today.
That was easy.
This is moving money for better.
Ahead, something amazing awaits. A waxed up surfboard and the perfect wave. A mustachioed gondolier and a marriage proposal. A series of steps that take you back in time. Ahead, there's a helping hand, a smile, a wink. There's a tip about what to see, some advice about what to do, and directions to that restaurant just off the sea. Ahead, there's a check-in that's easy and stress-free, and a connecting flight to anywhere in the world that Air Canada flies. There's a record for safety and reliability to make you feel even more comfortable. Ahead, there are moments that happen quickly that you'll remember for a lifetime. Ahead, there's an airline that's taking leisure travel to new heights. Air Canada Rouge. Vacation ahead.
Tonight is the final Rock home game of the 2016 regular season. Watch the Rock on the road tomorrow night in Buffalo. A rematch of this game, either in person at First Niagara Center or online right here on Fox Sports Go. Game time tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern. I'm Steven Stamp with Patty Gregoire. The dance camp is going, which means we have a second to chat about just how well this Toronto Rock team is staying with the Buffalo Bandits, including killing that penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a massive, massive kill, and it's very impressive how well they've contained Dane Smith, collapsing on there a couple of times, just swarming him. And you mentioned right away saying they are fully aware of how deadly he is, and it's hard not to with the season he's having.
Yeah, I mean, just one goal for Dane Smith, so it's working for the Rock. They have the ball. Sanderson takes it from LeBlanc. Bounce pass, almost picked off. It'll go up. Oh, and it touched Kevin Brownell, and the refs getting together. Josh Hiltz helping out Mark Ardonio, as were all the Rock fans and players.
Yeah.
Letting him know. Casey Byrne steps back to snoo on him, gives to Hellier. There's Sanderson watched by Priolo. Hellier, thinking about shooting, goes to Byrnes instead. He'll roll across the top. Lots of time on the shot clock. Big pick by Lintner. It's called moving. I thought maybe it would be. And Brownell was taken off up the floor, but Priolo had to retreat or Brock had to go back to pick up that ball. Culp to Smith. Fire save by Nick Rose. Smith was missing his shots early. He is getting them on target now, but Nick Rose is ready. Pass across. Smith has it back. Cut, shoots, saved by Rose. Boy, you might think those aren't hard shots. They are.
Oh,
Dane Smith scores on those.
Oh, absolutely. They've been sinking for him all year. But Rosie coming up big last couple possessions, really not letting Smith get in the funk. Because you did mention he's one of those shooters, once they get hot, it just keeps rolling.
Ball goes down low. Evans running with it. Little ward off, but gets away with it. Gets to Hellier. Quick pass across. Oh, what a save by Cosmo on Josh Sanderson. Here come the Bandits. Mitch Jones with the ball. Keto Hill running. Looking for a pass now, but the Rock doing a nice job getting them out. But here comes Benesh. Benesh is catching up to Dane Doby as the best in the league off the bench in transition, but he's on the wrong side right now. He's not the first guy out. Luke Magnan rides Malcolm to the floor. Malcolm wanted to call. Oh, they stripped the ball. Great forecheck by the Bandits, and Stainhouse gets it back for a fresh 30, and here comes Dane Smith. Smith's going to trot down. Brody Merrill on him. Brody Merrill having a terrific second half of the season. There's Benesh, saved by Rose. Speaking of terrific second halves, how about Nick Rose this year? Smith with it, Magnan on him. Stainhouse hits the backdoor cutter, Veltman, but he drops the ball and Rose picks it up. Lob ahead. Bradley Cree's going to run onto the ball. Hands it off to Hellier, to Snoo. Loses Hellier, but it gets helped out. And the Rock go into their set 0 with 12 seconds left on the shot clock. LeBlanc, sidearm pass. Hellier shoots, saved by Cosmo. Saw that one all the way. And there's the breaker. It's Brownell. He's ahead of everybody. Can't grant it the first time. Gets it the second time. Oh, what a pass to Dane Smith. What a save by Nick Rose.
Wow.
What a play by all involved.
Oh my God, just a beautiful sequence of lacrosse there. But such a heads-up play by Brownell to kick it back to Smith, but Rose has Smith's number tonight.
Well, you know one thing that happened there is Kevin Brownell threw the back pass. Shot by Beards gets through, but trickles away. Scooped up by Jones. And Dane Smith took that pass and realized that Brownell was going through the crease. And I think he waited a second to make sure he was clear before he shot. Probably could have shot a little bit earlier because Brownell's momentum was taking him through. But smart play. There's a shot by Stainhouse. Just maybe could have gone a little quicker. But that gave Rose plenty of time. It's still a great save
by
Nick Rose.
No doubt.
Malcolm rolls off the pick. Across to Veltman. Big check by Gilbert. 30-second violation. Kevin Ross picks it up. And we have a penalty coming to Daryl Veltman. And boy, he does not like that because play had been blown in. It was a possession call. So Toronto picks it up and have to be allowed to play. But I mean, it's picked up immediately by Ross and he's running full speed. Veltman's in front of him. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, there he is.
I mean, he took one step towards. I don't like that.
No, I don't either. And you see Troy Cornley. We'll get a better look here.
Oh, play was blown. That's
a very. I mean,
maybe.
I don't know. I really don't know, Stephen.
But you know what? It's been a well officiated game.
It has.
That's the first time I've been like, no.
I think I agree there.
Hellier to LeBlanc. Big chance for the Rock to tie it. Oh, Weiss gets in the way, though. He is back. Still looking to see if we see Mitch Wild. He hasn't been killing a lot of penalties, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, see if he's on the bench or back out there. LeBlanc, a quick stick. Lindner scores. Cosmo, turn. It was too late. It's in the back.
No, that's just beautiful ball movement by the Rock there. And Dan Lindner with the quick stick at the side of the net. And you can see Cosmo right now working on his angles, trying to hug the post. But you know what, Cos, that was a beautiful, beautiful quick stick. I know he's probably wanting that one back, but that is a great finish by Lindner.
Thornbert and Cree once again will line up. Cree with the win, and here's another look at the goal. 5-hole.
5-hole, there you go. So he had a smart placed ball as well, not just the quick stick.
Toronto will get possession off the faceoff. Evans throws on the brakes. Priolo, hard chop down. Turner buckles momentarily. The shot by Hellier is stopped. Rob Hellier with a goal and 3 assists. The leading scorer tonight. The only guy with 4 points. But here comes Buffalo the other way. Mitch Jones up for an offensive possession. Dane Smith, watched by Merrill. Shoots, misses. trying to be maybe a bit too fine now. Ross tried to pick it up, but Culp is there to get the ball. Ross knocks it free, but the Bandits get another possession. Great work coming back by Jones and Culp.
That's the type of hustle plays I talked about. That Culp just, supplies for this high potent offense.
Mitch Jones too.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt.
Smith with the ball, gives it off immediately to Stainhouse. Sets a pick on Merrill. That shows you Dane Smith's not just a shooter. He's not just a scorer. He's setting the hard pick out there as well. Now Banesh goes to the cage. Magnan on him, drags him down.
Both officials got that one.
Simultaneously, the holding call. That will do it for this section of the third quarter. You are watching the NLL on Fox Sports Go.
The floor is wearing their scheduled footwear. Your Toronto Rock cheerleaders.
Ladies!
With the help of their scheduled footwear, give it up for your Toronto Rock cheerleaders.
These two rivals meet again tomorrow night in Buffalo. Join the Bandits and Rock for a very special night. It is Tucker Out Lymphoma Night in honor of the late Tucker Williams. Tickets start at $15. For more information, visit bandits.com. 7-7. What a battle. We thought it would be a good game with these old rivals. Patty Gregoire with me, Steven Stamp, and Patty. Dane Smith's going to start with the ball, just one goal.
Yeah, it's actually mightily impressive how well this Rock defense is shutting him down. Like you said, now he's starting to get a little bit of a groove here. I know the shots haven't sunk for him, but he's finding his stride here. You know, if you're the Rock, if you're Rosie, you got to be really proud that you're shutting him down, but you got to continue it because you said it. He's a slow starter, and sometimes, he gets that one or two, and then the floodgates just open.
Sometimes he's a slow starter.
Sometimes.
He's had first quarter hat tricks.
Yeah.
But lately he's had a couple of games where he's been a little slower.
But it's
Toronto's doing a great job.
It's unbelievable. And a lot of it is Nick Rose now starting to, he's got his number.
Power play
all day.
As Magnan dragged down the Buffalo player. And Dane Smith will be at the top. Moving the ball around. Down low. Beltman with the pass across. Keto Hill catches it. Oh, another save. Oh, and what a second save. They're going to have a crease call back in on the Rock. Looks like Sandy Chapman stepped on the line.
Oh, my God.
He did. He actually not even on the line. He was fully in.
Yeah.
So it's a good call, but boy, that was a beautiful breakout pass. The Rock were off to the races had it not been back in. Beltman up to Banesh. Now Stainhouse at the top. Smith on the far side. He'll shoot. Saved by Rose. I keep getting ready to say scores because he scores all the time. But boy, Rose and the Rock have been fantastic against him tonight. Gamble to the trailer. Hellier back to him across. It's caught by Sanderson. Tipped though by Nick Weiss on the way. And they're going to say push in the back, which is a pretty good call. Oh, and a penalty. Too many men coming now to the Bandits in reverse transition.
So there's the 2-man, but you're going to see there the push on the back. Sanderson doing a really good job, getting his nose dirty tonight. I mean, he always does it, but tonight especially, he's really doing the little things.
He's almost as tough as his son Dylan out on the floor.
Hey, he looked great out there.
Oh, for those of you who weren't here earlier, Orangeville and Elora playing in the pregame Pee-wee matchup, and boy, it was something. The Snoop picks off that pass. Looked like it was right to him. Oh, great job to come away with the ball, but then he throws it away. Here come the Rock back the other way. Lintner can't catch it. Buffalo's got it. It's knocked away. Eventually, the Bandits do come up with it. Weiss passes. They're 3-on-2. Criollo has to throw it back. Shot and a save. Nick Rose. How often have we said that tonight? That time it was Brownell being stoned.
One of the more impressive things about this transition is how smart they've been with the ball as well. They're not just stuffing it down the Rock's throat. They're pulling it out, making dumb passes. It is very impressive.
Evans behind the net, comes out, passes it off to Hellier. Doesn't quite get to him. We've got another 15 seconds of 4-on-4. The Rock, they'll only have 6 to shoot. Ross drives down low, shoots, misses the net. Hellier grabs it, 2-1, gets it off. Can they get the ball back? They cannot. The Bandits get it, and they will go shorthanded right now for 50 seconds. Unless the Rock can capitalize and take the lead in this 7-7 thriller at the Air Canada Centre. Cheeky little behind the back pass by Mitch Jones right along the center line. Lands calmly in Ryan Benesh's stick as he was trying to kill some time here. They've got 12 left before they have to get a shot off. Thought about splitting the D, and now he tries to and loses it. Gets it back. Benesh shoots or passes. Not sure, actually. Was that a pass to Malcolm? I wasn't looking if it was.
I think it looked like it might have been.
Here comes Toronto. Lintner will give it to Hellier. The Rock. 8 seconds left on the power play. They learned their lesson earlier when Adam Will scored his first NLL goal. Oh, no, they didn't. They just learned. Well, I guess they did. They learned if you're going to shoot late in the penalty, put it in the back of the net, as Casey Behrens just did.
Absolutely. And I talked about earlier how Casey Behrens is such a good inside player, getting loose balls, getting his nose dirty. But right there, he's showing the skill that he brings to the table on the inside. Dances along the crease and just buries the quick stick for his second of the night, 24th on the season, and the Rock take the lead.
There's another look, and Behrens so quick to get that ball in and out of his stick. Boy, there are a lot of guys that would have landed in the crease before they could get that shot and put it home, but not Casey Behrens. The Rock are ahead with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. I'm Steven Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Thanks for being with us here on Fox Sports Go. Benesh backpedaling, gets a pick, tries to drive by, falls. Pope wants a call, and he's getting one. A trip.
Well, the evidence is right there. Cree's stick in his legs, and Cree, you can tell he knows. He knows it. Sometimes it's those incidental plays, but when the stick gets caught in the leg, they've got to call it.
Yeah. Josh Hiltz calls it and makes the announcement, and Bradley Cree just puts his head in with him. Trailing his gamble. Gilbert shoots off the post, and it is tipped away, or it would have gone straight out to a Rock player for a second chance. Chad Culp just got a bit of that one.
Oh, did he ever. But great play by Merrill there to fight for that bouncing ball and get it to his raggers to kill some of this penalty off.
Well, Hellier gets by Nick Weiss, gets it over to Turner Evans behind the back. That one's stopped just as the third quarter ends. It is 8-7 for the hometown Toronto Rock. I'm Steven Stamp with Pat Gregoire. You're watching the NLL on Fox Sports Go.
Not many things can be achieved in no time with minimum effort and no sweat at all.
I know just the gift.
But Western Union makes sending money across the country easy. Download our 4-star app. Go online to westernunion.com or visit one of our over 51,000 agent locations in the U.S. today. This is moving money for better.
stations communicate since 2000.
Quarter ends. It is 8-7 for the hometown Toronto Rock. I'm Steven Stan with Pat Gregoire. You're watching the NLL on Fox Sports Go.
Not many things can be achieved in no time with minimum effort and no sweat at all.
I know just the gift.
But Western Union makes sending money across the country easy. Download our 4-star app. Go online to westernunion.com or visit one of our over 51,000 agent locations in the U.S. today. This is moving money for better.
Communicate since 2000.
Wow.
I like Josh Hiltz. I think he's a very good referee. I think he's got 2 delay game calls go wrong tonight.
Yeah, I think so too. Hiltzy, he's a great ref, but this is just, I don't know about this one.
It's blown in and he takes 3 steps.
Yeah.
And then Keto Hill strips him. That's just a great play.
I know.
Oh, we're back to 4-on-4. Hellier steps back. Jones is there, but Bierns picks on him. Weiss picks up Hellier. They try and get it to Bierns. Priolo knocks it away, goes after it. LeBlanc right on him, but Priolo, a nice little turn to protect the ball and gets it ahead. Brownell, boy, that's tough. You're down a goal. You make a great play to strip the ball, and you get called, and it costs you your power play.
Yeah, absolutely. And that one, you could just tell that he thought, Keto Hill thought he made a really nice play, sneaking in, stripping, and getting the ball back. Next thing you know, he's in the box. It's a very, very frustrating call for him.
And now the Bandits are shorthanded. They've got 3 left to shoot. Will it be a dunk attempt? No, he's just going to run the ball and put it down. Anthony Malcolm carefully drops the ball on the turf, and Brody Merrill runs it ahead. The Rock go to the power play, a minute left in the Hill penalty. Up top, Hillier behind the back. Quick stick by Sanderson, just skips by. I think it may have hit a Bandit stick on the way across. Oh, and that one, Brownell just got in the sight lines of Dan Lintner, I think. But the Bandits, great active sticks. Pass ahead to Priolo. The Bandits, 13 seconds difference, so they can kill all but 13 of the Toronto penalty. Dane Smith, stutter step. Nice job by Magnan to stay with him. Sorry, that's Jeff Gilbert. Benesh has it on the far side, up top to Smith. 8 seconds left. Smith shoots, saved by Rose. Merrill scoops it up. They've got 16 to get a power play shot off. The Rock twice have shot very late in Bandits power plays and Bandits penalties, and it's resulted in goals both times. Once for Adam Will one way, once for Casey Bierns the other. We'll see what they do here. Now they're just going to wait, and here comes Hill. The Rock start to move. Sanderson shoots, saved by Cosmo. How many times have we seen Sanderson fool somebody with that play and score? Cosmo was alert. Of course, they were longtime teammates with the Brampton Excelsiors.
Oh,
here comes Brownell. He's going to pass it on the crease to Priolo. Oh, what a save by the stick or arm of Nick Rose. Mitch Jones can't believe it. He circles back to try and get it back. Priolo's going to drive down. Nice awareness by Gamble. And the Bandits will set up an O with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Malcolm fakes the pass, shoots, saved by Rose. No over and back. Here comes Cosmo, grabs the ball, flicks it behind his back to Brock. Smart play by the veteran.
Wow. He had to have known that Brock was waiting there. What a heads-up play. Risky, but boy, was that heads up.
And so calm.
I know.
Smith with the ball. Again, only one goal so far. Shoots, misses. It's going to go up into the crowd. Is he pressing a bit? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. He's just Nick Rose. Might be in his head a little tonight.
I think so. I think he's got a little bit of real estate in the head.
Oh, it's the shaft of the stick.
Oh, my gosh. And Jones can't believe it after being robbed.
Crumpled in disbelief. Here come the Rock. Hellier with the ball. Oh, what a shot. Hard fake left. Comes back up top to create some space. Shoots around Nick Weiss. And a 2-goal lead for the Rock.
And that's become his trademark move, hasn't it? You know, the little stutter step, the off shot, sidearm, second goal of the year, 37 on the year. Having himself, we talked about how great of a year he's had, and so many of his goals have come off that exact same move. And it couldn't come at a better time right now.
You can see Nick Weiss went with the fake, tries to get back at him, and boy, Weiss kind of, I think he'd like to have that one back because he kind of pulled the hand, one hand off the stick and went when he should have just cross-checked immediately, trying to take it away. But it's easy to say that up here watching the replay.
Absolutely. That fake is so deadly, and it's worked a lot this year.
Stainhouse, he'll let it fly. Ooh. That one goes, it's going to be over and back. It did not touch Rose. Over and back call. David Brock smartly doesn't touch the ball because the whistle already was going. And the Rock will set up on the offense, leading 9-7. They're out shooting the Bandits 49-43. Boy, this Rock team, Evans with it, shoots, saved by Cosmo. Goes straight out to Sanderson, and the Rock not giving into the notion that they don't have a chance to make the playoffs. They're still alive. Great save by Cosmo to get there quickly for the quick stick by Evans. Stainhouse running up the floor, and Desnu thought about it, but Stefan LeBlanc had run back, so they're going to have to slow it down a little bit. Stainhouse, oh, what a pass! Are you kidding me? Nick Rose, brilliant save.
That's tonight's game in a nutshell right there.
Gamble wins the battle with Adam Will, flings it over to the far side. Hellier up to Evans, and they'll slow it down a little. We're under the 10-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Rock fans are loving this. Brownell running the ball up the floor. He's got Jones, he's got Keto Hill. It's going to be Benesh, though. That one's picked off by Gamble. Keto Hill tries to grab it. Smith, oh, what a save! Oh, and a bit of a break maybe for Brownell. He didn't get a penalty. But Brody Merrill is stopped by Cosmo. Hellier gets it, penalty coming. There's a save by Cosmo. And it's going to be a check from behind. We're going to go to the break, and when we come back, the Rock will be on the power play. You're watching the NLL on Fox Sports Go.
Ahead, something amazing awaits. A waxed up surfboard and the perfect wave. A mustachioed gondolier and a marriage proposal. A series of steps that take you back in time. Ahead, there's a helping hand, a smile, a wink. There's a tip about what to see, some advice about what to do, and directions to that restaurant just off the sea. Ahead, there's a check-in that's easy and stress-free, and a connecting flight to anywhere in the world that Air Canada flies. There's a record for safety and reliability to make you feel even more comfortable. Ahead, there are moments that happen quickly that you'll remember for a lifetime. Ahead, there's an airline that's taking leisure travel to new heights. Air Canada Rouge. Vacation ahead.
This copyright telecast of the National Lacrosse League Incorporated may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the National Lacrosse League. I am Stephen Stamp with Patty Gregoire. Great game. 9-7 for the Toronto Rock. They're out shooting the Bandits 53-45. And I'll tell you one thing. We were saying the Rock don't believe don't have any hope to get into the playoffs. If they can get into the playoffs, somehow catch and pass Rochester and Georgia, because both those teams have the tiebreaker, if they can win all their games, I don't know if I'd want to face them in the playoffs.
No, absolutely not, especially the way that they've been playing tonight. I mean, this is a motivated team. This is a hungry team. A team ready, knowing that, you know what, if you look at it, they're playing playoff lacrosse starting last week, basically. So they're going to be rolling in, already playing, for their lives, do or die lacrosse. And by the time they get to playoffs, man, and you know what? With the way that Nick Rose has played tonight, my God, if he can shut down Dane Smith, who can't he shut down?
That's a good point. Rock on the power play. Hellier up top, back to LeBlanc. Sanderson down low. Pass, quick six, scores! Great finish by Dan Lintner. And it's a 3-goal lead for the Rock.
Dan Lintner, Johnny on the spot with that backdoor quick stick. Once again, the ball movement for this Rock power play has been great all year, and no difference once again tonight. Lintner getting his second goal of the night from that backdoor quick stick, and man, this Rock team tonight is clicking.
Here you see the replay, and just watch how quickly Dan Lintner's been watching Casey Behrens get that ball in and out of the stick. 10-7. The Bandits have the ball, though, and they're going to try and get back into this one. Pass across the shot, by Keto Hill. Rose grabs that one. Boy, if you're picking the 3 stars tonight, start writing out the name Nick Rose.
There's been nothing short of unconscious tonight.
It's been 54-46 in shots for the Rock, but the Bandits have had some great quality chances. A little luck, maybe. Here comes Hellier. Nice job by Will, knocked the ball away from him. Boy, Hellier almost as dangerous as Dane Smith, and Will did a great job on him, and then strips Casey Behrens. Boy, Adam Will's having himself a nice game.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, I mean, if you saw him, just watched him not knowing that this was his first game, you'd think he's, have a couple of years under his belt. The guy doesn't even have a full game yet.
Malcolm spins, steps back away from Boucher. Picked by Stainhouse. Pass through, doesn't connect. Benesh doesn't know where it is. It's in the stick of Kevin Ross. And here comes the Rock the other way. Sanderson going to go to LeBlanc. He drives one-on-one, picked up by Brock, and then some help. Sanderson scores! Uses Behrens as a decoy and tucks it home. Josh Sanderson makes it a 4-goal lead.
And if you give Shooter that much space to walk on in, he's going to make you pay. Just dipsy doodles in on the crease, getting his 10th of the season. Talk about all the little things he's done tonight, now getting on the scoreboard. But boy, I said it last goal there. This Rock team really coming together tonight.
Off the leg of Cosmo and in. Bandits will get the ball off the face-off. Lots of time left for this team to come back. We saw earlier how quickly they can score. Smith takes the pass. Steps out, passes it across to Stainhouse, but Gilbert picks him up. Merrill, maybe a bit of a break for the Bandits, not getting called for a hold there. 3-on-1, Merrill throws it at the shin of Lintner, who can't pick it up, and the Bandits get it back. And odd play, because Brody Merrill is usually just money there, and that wasn't a good pass.
No, it was not. He's going to want that one back for sure.
Dane Smith hits the cutting Benesh. Not sure if it was intended for Benesh or Malcolm, but Malcolm gets the ball. Chapman and Magnan on him, and Malcolm still fighting for it. Chapman, the ball's loose again. Great hustle there by Priolo, but eventually Nick Rose comes up with it. The bit of luck I was referring to for Nick Rose, of course, was the shaft of the stick.
Yeah, yes.
I think every other save he's made, he's looked just very, very good on.
Oh, yeah, he's absolutely dialed in. He's seen the ball well. And I mentioned it earlier, it's just some of these saves, he makes them just look so casual because his positioning is just so sound.
Rob Hellier with 2 goals and 5 assists. That shot by by Ross, and LeBlanc just flicks it into the end. As the shot clock about to expire, Hill passes it up to Brownell. Under 6 minutes to go here. Still time for the Bandits, but you want to start chipping away at that lead as quickly as possible. No Dane Smith for this possession. You don't see that often, but it doesn't matter. Mark Stainhouse scores, and John Lovell takes a glance to make sure he knows where the challenge flag is and has his hand on it as he watches the replay.
Yeah, he's going to definitely take a look here. Stainhouse.
Oh, good goal.
That's a good goal. That's a great goal, in fact.
Lovell just hangs up the flag again on the bench.
Yep. But he was getting ready to call it, but Stainhouse with the second of the night, keeping his feet out of the crease there. A beautiful goal. And kind of injects a little bit of life here for this Bandits team that kind of looked a little bit lost on offense for a little while there.
A little bit. Dane Smith is back out on the floor. We have heard that Brock Sorensen will not be returning tonight. Sorry to hear that about him. There's a moving pick, and the Bandits will give it up. 3.5 minutes left for the teams to use their challenges. They each have, one more, and they could get a third because they were both correct on their initial challenges, but they'd have to use them pretty quickly, and Lovell saw easily that was not a challengeable play. Well, it was challengeable, but he would have been wrong. That bounces off of Cosmo. Brownell running with it. Mitch Jones ready for a pass. The shot by Brownell is wide. Almost went to Jones. Nice job by Weiss to avoid the over and back. And there's a bunch of Bandits defenders out there in the offensive zone. Pass across to Hill. That one bounces off. I think it was actually Stainhouse that it hit. Stainhouse, a little slip pick, gets the ball, but he drops it. LeBlanc tries to pick it up. Eventually does get it. We're under 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Still a 3-goal lead for the Rock. LeBlanc will slow it down. He's been running back and forth. Is he actually going to head to the bench? Yes, he will get a bit of a break. Nope, he has to stay out. Nobody's ready to come.
He's chugging along there. He is tired.
That pass down low to Bierns. Hits Lindner, who just misses the net. It's picked up by just Snoo. Will the Bandits be able to take advantage of some tired Rock players? In transition, here comes to Snoo. Shoots, saved by Rose. Nice run, nice cut, nice ball handle. Not a very good shot right into the belly of Rose.
Well, Rose, the way he's been stopping the ball, that is... Yeah. He could do that in his sleep the way he's been playing tonight.
Boy, Keto Hill with that active stick almost knocked that one away.
Oh, my God.
The pass over to Sanderson. Pretty soon you'll see Cosmo heading to the bench for the extra attack, or maybe not this possession coming up. If they can stop the Rock, that one's wide. Bounces over. Hellier just taps it into the corner. Cosmo's going to stop and catch the ball, so we will have the stoppage. 3:37 to go. I'm Steven Stamp with Pat Gregoire. You are watching the NLL on Fox Sports Go.
My little brother's birthday is today. I have an idea.
Western Union makes sending money across the country easy. Download our app. Go online to westernunion.com or visit one of over 51,000 agent locations today.
That was easy.
This is moving money for better.
Bandit Land. You've cheered the Bandits on to thrilling victories. 4 championship titles in now 25 seasons in Buffalo. We want to celebrate with you. Get your tickets now starting at $21 or purchase your McDonald's Family 4-pack for just $69. Tickets are available at the First Niagara Center box office, online at bandits.com, or by phone at 1-888-467-2273. See you in Bandit Land.
The Rock are still in playoff contention, and they're back on TSN next week when they head west to take on the Mammoth. Mark your calendar, next Saturday, April 23rd, 9 Eastern, live on TSN 4. Fans in the U.S., you can watch the game live on Watch ESPN. 3:37 to go. The Rock up 11-8, and Cosmo is on the bench. Dane Smith will start with the ball. Unbelievable that he has just one goal. The fewest goals that he has scored this year is 2. A couple times he's had hat tricks almost every night. He doesn't even have 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it's not a testament to how he's been playing because he's been getting his looks. He's been, he's had a ton of scoring opportunities. It's the fact that Nick Rose is dialed in tonight, and he has his number.
Yeah, and the Rock, a lot of credit to the Rock defense, but Rose clearly the best player on the floor tonight. There's a pass and a shot from Smith to Benesh, but it's stopped by Rose once again. Brody Merrill comes out, lobs it ahead. Cosmo stopped to try and catch the pass. Lindner got it. The Bandits all over him. He passes to Gamble, but it goes wide. Nice little push by Priolo to take Gamble out of the play. And here come the Bandits. Cosmo holding his hand up. Do you want me? Yes, they say. Come on over. Rich Kilgore and Troy Cordingly wave him in. And Sean Tavares is exhorting his offensive players to go get one. Smith fakes the shot, passes. Benesh, double clutch, scores. Ryan Benesh over the shoulder, pure overhand snipe by Ryan Benesh.
Oh yeah, that's classic Benesh right there, and you'll see Smith with the feet, and he just walks in, makes no mistake about that, goes short side. You give him enough that much room, he's going to bury the ball.
Benesh with his 30th of the year, as you see. 2:49 to go, a 2-goal game. Scored with the extra attacker as Cosmo is off to the bench. Thornburg pulls it back between his legs. It's grabbed by Kevin Brownell, and Cosmo making the trip to the bench again. It's a long trip because the benches are in the offensive zone in the fourth quarter in the NLL. Dane Smith with the ball. Shoots, misses on the far side. Just up over the glass. Tough break for the Bandits, but the Rock will have possession. 2.5 minutes to go. Merrill ahead. Hellier. Oh, what a save! Steve Priolo. Oh, and it's a push, illegal push off ball by Mitch Desnua and Hellier, but cue that one up again. That is going in the top 10 plays of the week.
Oh, hands down. Sorry, Nick Rose, but that's the save of the game so far.
Absolutely. Rock have the ball still. Pass up. Connects with Evans. LeBlanc has it. Bandits coming out to pressure. LeBlanc goes to the net. Spins, loses it. Priolo comes up with it. Passes it off to Weiss. He drops it once, but now gets it. Cosmo heads to the bench. Under 2 minutes to play. A 2-goal lead. Toronto 11, Buffalo 9. Boy, Toronto needs some help from the Swarm and Nighthawks to get in the playoffs, but they're doing their part. Playing well tonight. Stainhouse shoots, misses. Benesh trying to track it down, gets it. They've got 8 to get a shot on. Benesh shoots, it goes up high, and Rose just grabs it off the backboards. Pass ahead to Merrill.
Rosie was thinking about goal number 2 there.
Merrill lobs it over. Snagged by Marshall. Cosmo making his way back. A penalty coming to the Bandits. Cosmo was back in the net, but that will extinguish most of the hope for the Bandits on this evening. Now, with Georgia well ahead of New England in the other game going on right now in the East, they probably are not going to get caught by the Black Wolves, but boy, they could have added some distance, and Keto Hill, a little frustration with that slashing call.
Yeah, just a rusty gate check behind the back, got a little bit too far away. And like you said, just frustrations boiling over. You'll just see the slash here.
Wow, got up into the face, yeah. Keto thinks it's an okay check, but because it got up into the face mask,
exactly,
it'll get called. He doesn't think he deserves either of the penalties he's got. I think that one, though, he did.
Yeah.
Lindner steps back away from the crease as Brownell pressures him. Behrens. The Rock don't have to score as we're into the final minute. And the Bandits have to go out and pressure with only 4 guys. Lindner thought about hitting a cutting LeBlanc. Behrens will fire, scores 12-9. that is a nail in the coffin of the Bandits tonight.
Absolutely, it's a nail in the coffin for the Bandits tonight, but a pump of faith for this Toronto Rock team to keep their playoff hopes alive. And like you said, Stephen, if they can roll out some wins and hope for some losses out of the two teams above them, boy, this could be a dangerous team that could make a Cinderella story run in the playoffs.
And we haven't actually heard from the league whether it's possible. Goal being reviewed, all goals in the final 2 minutes were reviewed. I don't think there's anything to really think about here. Yeah, nothing. But that will be a good goal, 12-9. But I don't know if the Rock can have a home playoff game. I don't think they can. So this should be the last game of the year at the ACC. But boy, these fans will be tuning in to watch this team on the road if it comes to that, because they're getting fired up about this effort this team's putting in.
Oh, absolutely. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be an uphill climb for the rest of the year. It's going to be tough, but the way that they played tonight, there's no reason they can't do it.
Yep.
You know,
well, unless Rochester and Georgia don't cooperate.
Exactly. If they do everything that they, you know, obviously the fate might come out of their hands, but boy, they've played a solid game, and it's all started with number 66 in between the pipes.
As the coaches always say, you can only control what you can control. They're controlling it. Buffalo gets the ball. Calls a timeout as Thornburn with another face-off win. 17th of the evening. He's been just dominant.
Oh, yeah.
So 37.5 seconds left. Cosmo strolls to the bench. You can already see there are going to be 6 attackers. John Tavares. I'm sure right now he would love to be out there to have a chance. His first season after leaving the NLL. This is his first season this is the first season the Bandits have not had him in the active roster.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's so weird not seeing him out on the floor, but, boy, what an addition to the bench. Obviously, you know, the Bandits faithful wish he was still playing, but what a great lacrosse mind to have on the bench.
Oh, yeah.
To help, and you could credit, maybe that's a big reason why Dane Smith is having such a great offensive season.
Yeah. Anybody wondering exactly what I mean? John Tavares was drafted by Detroit, and then after the draft, the Buffalo Bandits came into existence, and he was traded to Buffalo, which he loved because it was close to home.
Yep.
And he has been with them ever since. That pass gets away. It's loose. Keto Hill fighting for it. So is Colin Boucher. Big shove by Boucher. 25.8 seconds left. Did the Rock get the ball and call timeout? Yes, they did. So Rock will have possession. You know the Bandits will have their 6 runners out there, be pressuring, trying to get it on. Nick Rose strolls over to the bench. Now, occasionally, a team will, in possession here, will keep their goalie on the bench and have 6 runners to match the 6 runners of the other team. I don't mind the call here if they do it, but it looks like Rose is standing on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the right idea. You know, the Rock are, they're athletic enough to move the ball up the floor and get it into safe territory. I don't like you. I don't mind the play, but I think Lovell has enough faith that they can run the ball up the floor and get into some safe territory.
Who do you think's going to start with the ball?
I am going to say that it's going to be Gamble.
Because he's leading the way out. You waited too long. Nick Rose making his way back to the net. Priolo and Weiss will be pressuring Jesse Gamble with the ball.
It's a tough 2 to get through.
It is, but honestly, he could just throw the ball the length of the floor if he wants. He's going to run behind the net instead. Priolo cuts him off. Weiss gets him. Do they knock the ball loose? He's still got it. They're trying to get it free. He comes out with it. Now he flings it ahead. 17 seconds, it bounces off the glass. Rock going after it, went through the crease. Ball still loose, 10 seconds. The Toronto Rock still have playoff hope. The Buffalo Bandits cannot extend their lead. Oh, 2.9 seconds left, it's still going. We'll see if anything happens here. Jeff Gilbert will just stand calmly, gets a little push from a frustrated David Brock. Toronto with the ball, they throw it back, and that's it. DeSnoo going after Marshall. The ref, Mark Cardonio, gets between them, pushes DeSnoo away. Now Thornburn, now Brock get in there. A little pushing and shoving. Brock getting up into the face of Kevin Ross. They've got each other's helmets by the finger. A push, a shove, and that's it. Oh, now Desnu is going to go with Marshall. No, he's not. Mark Gardonio jumps out there. Marshall and Desnu drop the helmets, drop the gloves. They're going to go. There you see Desnu. And time is done. They've run off the final 2.8 seconds. Actually, I think it had stopped anyway. Yeah, it had, right?
Yes, it had.
They'd run out. It was just afterwards. Nick Rose and Jeff Gilbert are up there for the handshake line. Now everybody else coming out to celebrate with Toronto. The Rock will thank the fans for the last time this year, because we're pretty sure they're not going to have a home playoff game here.
Yeah.
But what an effort in Fan Appreciation Night. Thanking the fans. We saw them all thanking the fans. Patty Campbell, of course, with the biggest smile,
Yeah,
the goalie coach. No surprise, but what a game by the Rock tonight.
Yeah, you know what the